welcome to my YouTube channel. I called it Nick's Notes.
Hey there, this is Nick from Nick's Notes. Today I'm going to be talking about what my monthly online course was like with Grammy-winning producer and songwriter Ryan Tedder. If you don't already, I would really appreciate it if you would think about subscribing to my channel, because I aim to help artists form a path for their music careers, and there's tons of great content that might be able to help you do that. But getting into this week's topic, I'm going to talk about what my class was like with Ryan Tedder. So at first I was really excited. I bought some new monitors for the studio, bought a new MIDI, just started recording for the first time, maybe June 2020 from home. Had always gone to the studio before that, so recording is fairly new for me. I've been songwriting for about 8 years now, so that was something that I was excited to learn more about. That being said, I wrote the first song, and then about 4 days into the class, I got really sick for 10 days. So I was still watching the videos, and it was giving me something to do while I was sick. However, I wasn't really able to record or produce or create like I would have liked to. So I jumped back in during the second training, and I really took off and just used everything that I had been learning and produced a full track. Before that, I was probably recording with about 8 to 10 tracks, just releasing music from home and really not learning the bread and butter bulk of what a song sounds like. Ryan really helped me to develop that song with drum beats and how to structure those and layer them with different effects and reverbs and different plugins that he used, and he really encourages you not to have to use these plugins. So the other thing that I learned with the video was, you can do it. I can do what he's doing. He's really just all about using your creative skills, working with the people around you to get the best songs that you can get. He also teaches you how to pitch songs to other artists. He teaches you right in his DAW, his recording station. He uses Pro Tools and Ableton in the videos. He's really partial to Pro Tools. I use GarageBand. It was a little bit hard to watch him work in Pro Tools, because Pro Tools is really confusing to me, but it has become like an industry standard for whatever reason. But you can definitely just use whatever DAW that you're in. But the songs themselves, he would just pick an artist that he was thinking about pitching to, and he would write songs based on what they sound like, and he has the knowledge of what they sound like because he knows them personally, which really can help you as an artist. But then the first section is really just about how he produces a song. Doesn't put too many tracks on it. Just kind of does the general run through of how he makes a demo. The second run through is more advanced. So the first run through, great for intermediate. Second was a little bit more, for me, it taught me more, and it teaches you more about song structure, keeping things in, when to add things, how to build up a song, and he's writing in the style of, I believe, Kane Brown and Justin Bieber. So he has different elements that people or in their songs would be, such as like beat per minute, what key they're usually in. He really gives a lot of little secrets away. I will say that the videos are really long, and for me, I work from home on music all day, so it was great to just kind of like dive into the videos. But I've seen other reviews where people have full-time jobs and kids, and once it gets to the third section, you have about 5 days to co-write a song with somebody else. And I had picked somebody, they could meet me on the third day, and like I couldn't have had a fully produced song in that amount of time. And I wish I would have had more of a structured third song. And they don't really tell you that until the last module, like 5 days out. So it got to the point where the work was becoming a lot in the third section. So I will say that like he works with another artist during that. He fully co-writes a song with this artist who was working with John Legend. So that was kind of cool to see that dynamic and how he drove the session. He's really honest with these videos. Like you can tell he's doing it because he wants to help other people. Like you're watching him in a very vulnerable spot just in the studio, and it's kind of awkward to see some of the things he does. But think about when you write a song at home, you might mumble or just like get words out in a different way, and that's definitely what he's doing. I learned tons from that. I couldn't be more thankful to just be a fly on the wall with him, especially. He does so much, and he's so foundationally, he's at the foundation of so many artists like Adele and Beyonce and Justin Bieber and all these people that he works with. So it gave me the confidence, number one. Number two, it gave me work ethic, because even if I don't have the best song, I was going into the studio every day and writing. And if you want to be a songwriter or a producer, that's something that you have to not only be passionate about, but you have to have the work ethic to do that, to show up every day and write. And he made it look easy. I would suggest that if you're taking this class, they tell you this before you take the class, but get into a digital audio workstation like GarageBand, Pro Tools, Ableton. Reaper's a really good one you should check out. And, I was using $20 speakers at first. They would have been fine. There were some feedback issues with those. So I have the Aris 3.5 studio monitors. I have a Alesis V25 MIDI keyboard I did a review on. You should definitely check that out. I use a Mac with GarageBand, AT2020 mic, and a monitor. But honestly, all you need is a cheap microphone and some speakers, maybe a MIDI or a keyboard that can plug in as a MIDI for this class. And like I said, it's just the resources and the tools that he uses are industry standards, but he talks about all the different plugins that he uses, all the different keyboards and drum kits that he used on Leona Lewis's stuff, on Adele's stuff. So it's really cool to see that in action. So I would suggest taking this class. When I signed up, it was in the $250, $300 range. I was the first class to sign up. If you've been doing this a while, you'll probably agree with most of the stuff he's saying. You might not learn that much, but if you're intermediate like me, you'll probably learn a lot more, or even beginner. But like I said, make sure that you're passionate about this. Make sure that you have a work ethic. I believe the price will be going up for this class. But, if you have general questions about the class, just feel free to leave them in the comments or email me at nicksnotesmusic@gmail.com, and I'd be glad to help answer them. And, I hope that you enjoyed this video. And again, if you have any questions or comments about this video, definitely comment below. And if you were in this class too, maybe comment about what your experience was like. There was tons of groups. I was in a group of 20 people. There's probably 10 groups of 20 people. He does comment on their music. That's another thing to say about this. He will comment on people's songs. I was hoping he would comment on mine. I noticed that when he did comment, it was people that weren't in my group, but I was able to see his comments. And I think whenever he did comment on their work, everybody, even if you're not in the group, could see what he was saying. So, it's a good way to just network too. I've had a couple people that I met on there that I'm going to, maybe work with in the future for whatever reason. So, if you're into that kind of thing, I think it's great to be a part of. And I'm glad that I did it when it comes down to it, because, I would have wondered what it was like, and I had the money, so I did it. If you're a musician, you understand what this career can be for an investment, and it was a good investment. So, again, I hope this video helped you. Subscribe and like to the channel, and have a great day.